I've been to France a lot of times, several times, and it's certainly one of the countries I've looked at regarding what I'm going to do in the future in retirement. And I'd like to share my thoughts on France. And when we get to the end, I'll tell you what I'm thinking as far as retiring or an expat or retiring in France. My first trip to Paris was with my family. We were living in Germany, early 2000s, and we wanted to travel as much as we could while we were there. We were there for almost 2 years and made it to 9 countries. My kids and I have a lot of videos with us, and we chose to go to Paris for New Year's. Wow. New Year's, that would be certainly memorable, right? And that New Year's, we got a big snow dump. I mean, it was massive. And we had this green van, we call it the Green Pickle. And so we're traveling down the snow-covered roads all from Germany to Paris in the Green Pickle. And it took a little longer, and when you got young kids, you know, they get tired and cranky. So it started off with a bang. But Paris was beautiful. I mean, all the white stone. Oh my gosh, absolutely gorgeous. What a beautiful city. And we stayed at a little hotel, you know, we couldn't afford much. And in the heart of the old, you know, the city itself, the old town. And it does have a modern as well. And of course we walked a lot. We had a stroller. We had this really annoying stroller for our little one, and I think I'm pretty sure we actually abandoned that stroller there. And you know, we walked by the Sete, and we took the train, you know, the underground, and we went to Notre Dame, and we wanted to eat some food, so we went to this little Italian joint right in, it was like a corner. It was like a you know, not a rectangle, but a triangle. And we were put all the way in the back of the triangle. And I remember my kids wanted like pizza and spaghetti. And so when they got their food, lo and behold, the spaghetti was like Chef Boyardee, I kid you not, out of a can, sprinkled with cheese. And the pizza was like those frozen Totoni's pizzas. I'm not kidding you. And it cost us like $75, you know, US. But it was like crazy. The kids loved it, but Christy and I, we were thinking, what the heck? What the heck? You know, anyway, stupid Americans, I guess. But Notre Dame was beautiful, and all the sites were great. And we wanted to, of course, to go to the Louvre. And so we decided New Year's would be the day. Now, remember when we were there, this was prior to cell phones and great internet. And so we showed up like the Griswolds at the Louvre, ready, excited. We want to see the Mona Lisa. And we returned back because that's the only day of the year it's closed. Man, we wound up, you know, going around the corner to this little restaurant, cafe or whatever, and crying in our coffee that we couldn't see the Louvre. But the kids were sports. They had a good time. All they cared about was pigeons. Everywhere we went, they wanted to see pigeons. We also made a trip in the summer, or around June, I guess. The best time is May, but we went, I think, in June. We did like this multi-country tour, and we wound up in the south of France in this little town called Port de Bormes, and we stayed in this really cool little, you know, small condo on the bay right there. Like, it had a marina and a pool and all that, and this cool terrace was like a 50-meter terrace. You could walk out and almost touch the boats in the marina, and that was amazing. We traveled quite a bit up and down, you know, saw Saint-Tropez, Nice and Cannes and Monaco. The French Riviera is just, man, it's stunning. Just, they call it the Côte d'Azur, and talk about beautiful. I mean, golly, the French got it going on in the south of France. And it's just, the weather was beautiful. The food was amazing. The beaches were great. The kids loved it. Yeah, sun tanning and just, had a fantastic time. So the south of France. I also made it up to, not quite to Normandy, but I did this trip with a bunch of officers up to Cantigny. There's a big cemetery there, near there, where, beautiful place, where they buried a lot of the men from World War II, World War I actually. Cantigny was the 1st Infantry Division's real test of fire. Colonel Robert McCormick, he led the charge. He was the first guy to win major victory for the Americans in World War I in Cantigny. He's got a museum. If you're ever over in Chicago, you should go to the 1st Infantry Division Museum called Cantigny. Robert McCormick was family of the publisher of the Chicago Tribune. Just great history, beautiful place. Really cool, small villages. Just that cemetery is amazing. So if you're a vet and you want to see a great cemetery, go there. Also down in the south of France, closer to Marseille, Spain, is a town called Sete. And it's like, I call it like a little mini Venice. I mean, it's all this like canals and just a beautiful, really cool place called Sete. And I've been there several times. We had a partner who would broadcast the gospel in the different places in North Africa. But yeah, went there. It was really cool. You could, the last time I was there, I caught the train out of Sete to Barcelona in Spain. But the thing about that town, it's like up on it, there's a low on the water, and then there's a big hill with the big cross, and you can go up there and look down. It's beautiful. The cool thing is all these little streets, these small cobblestone streets, and these cool little cafes and pizzerias, and just really cool. And I found the French people to be very nice. I mean, I don't know why they say French are not nice, but I think that's ridiculous. But I found them to be very nice and very friendly, and they're very modern, and it's a great country. But as I look as an expat, the challenge with a place like France, unless you're in a small town or a village somewhere, it does not make the top 50 cheapest places in the world to retire as an expat. And for me, affordability is a big thing, allowing our capital to go longer. I mean, it would be fun to live there, but I think it's a little colder too, a little more. So we're trying to find more of a warm weather place, something warmer. So that's what brings us more towards the countries that are kind of in that sunny range. I know some places get a little chilly too, but for the most part, sun days. France does have a great healthcare. It's free. I think you can definitely become an expat there. I don't think it's, terribly difficult. Food is great. And again, if you're in a small place, a small town, you can probably get a very affordable rent. And yeah, so would I retire in France? Probably not. And you probably knew that going in, right? Because if you're watching this, you probably are up to this better than I am. So maybe you could write down in the comments what you're thinking, what you're thinking about. If you have any people you like who think might like this channel, or just wandering with me every day, walking, are you getting your steps in? Walking, just share it with them, please. Go ahead and hit a like and a comment. My subscribers are going up, and getting a lot of comments, which is great. And yeah, so France, beautiful country. I highly recommend you go visit it. But would I be an expat there? probably not. So, all right, well, I'm the over 60 guy, and I'm hoping you have a blessed day. May God bless you and encourage you, and may you stay strong in the Lord, strong in body, strong in mind, and focus, have some vision. Bye.